The real reason for a WWE star's absence has been revealed. Bray Wyatt shares a bizarre new image, and a New Japan AEW Forbidden Door match has been teased. All that and more on the news. Bray Wyatt has shared a bizarre new image on Twitter. Tweeting from his account Wyndham6, he tweeted, "I do think it's true that he who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain being a man." And you can see from the image there.
Oh, God!
Right? That was my reaction when I saw it too. He tweeted, "But if you become the machine, you don't have to feel at all." Tom, what on earth does this mean? Now, I think of you as a sort of Robert Langdon type, right?
Thank you very much.
What do these images mean?
Well, okay, so let's psychoanalyze this kind of looks like the weird etchings that I would draw whilst on the phone to the bank. Okay. I don't know whether you're the same as me
when you get
just,
that.
That's it. While the whole music's playing, I'm just sort of mindlessly doodling.
Yeah.
So what you've got here essentially is a man that has become part of the machine, I guess.
Okay. He's got a little snake thing coming out his mouth.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's a tube that's feeding him because he's part of the machine. He even looks like he might be a snake.
It's quite Matrixy. There's lots of eyes over the place. Now, I don't know what this means for Bray Wyatt. Could this mean that he's signed somewhere? Could it be that he's doing something different? Possibly. Now, that if he drew this himself, that's impressive.
I love the fact that Bray Wyatt is a sort of like Wyndham Rotunda is the sort of guy that basically will just do an etching and know for a fact that we'll all go, "Whoa,
this is spicy. Here we go."
So is the quote from something? I do think it's true that he who makes a beast of himself gets rid of the pain of being a man, but if you become the machine, you don't have to feel at all. And obviously the picture is somebody who has become a machine.
It's become a machine. It's very confusing.
Bit Matrixy.
Bray Wyatt is known for being a very cryptic individual on social media at times. This could be a tease of what comes next. What would you like to see Bray do next, Tom?
I've long harped on about Bray Wyatt / Wyndham Rotunda rocking up in Impact Wrestling. I feel like there's so much fun to be had on a brand of that size and him coming in and having some fun with it. But then I say that all the time, but I'm kind of feeling that maybe, just maybe, his ambitions are going to be much bigger and much higher. He's been making films, he's been doing movies and stuff lately, so there's potential for him to actually go out and do like some big Hollywood.
I'd be really interested to see him writing some horror films.
Oh, that's it. That's the one.
It'd be really cool. But as for what this image means, I can't think of what it means. There's an absence for me. But speaking of an absence, there is a real reason for a WWE Raw star absence has been revealed, and that is Rey Mysterio taking to Instagram. He said, "My boy at Dominic and I started our stem cell treatment on Monday." So he was off Raw for getting some stem cells.
He got clattered by the almighty Veer. Veer came all over Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
He unloaded all over Dominic.
So that was the storyline reason, but the real reason is, as you say, stem cell stuff as he put on Instagram.
He did, and he said, "Today we had an incredible reception to the injections, and a big thanks to the homie David Y. Gracias," and I don't speak Spanish. So Tom, take it away. What does that say?
It says, "Move forward in the workplace."
There we go.
Is what it says. Ray's been quite open about talking about how he really he does a lot of the stem cell treatment stuff. It's a system that's worked for him in the past. I believe Rob Van Dam and Kevin Nash have also, and John Morrison have also done stem cell treatment in order to kind of keep their bodies ticking over for much longer. And it's great to see that Dominic's on board with that as well. I feel like I still think, and I don't know whether it's the stem cell treatment, whether it's, just generally looking after yourself. I feel like there's still some more years on the clock for Ray.
It's crazy how he left WWE in 2015, and he was quite injured. He was not performing at the sort of speed and the level that he was before. And he went, as you said, he's been quite open with the stem cell treatment. He's come back and he can move like he's 25 again.
Yeah,
it's insane. I mean, if I get to 45 and I can't move, I'm getting stem cells. Absolutely. If I can take 20 years off the clock, I could do it now, and I'll be 3 years old.
I like the idea of you going away for a weekend and then coming back and it's just a baby sat there.
It's just a baby.
You look different, Fraser. Have you bought a new car?
Yeah, well, it's different haircut, Tom. That's what it is. That's what it is. But yeah, it's great. I hope Ray sticks around for much longer, and this stem cell keeps him in the ring. But moving on now to AEW news. A latest AEW signing has revealed why they chose to sign with AEW over WWE. Now, this man has been a bit of a controversial one in terms of how he debuted.
Yeah, it was a divisive debut for Satnam.
For big Satnam Singh, but he said he was offered a WWE deal as well as an AEW one, but he chose the AEW one.
He did indeed. He went into details as to why with Ruby Aurora on her interview channel. He said, if I go into WWE, that would be amazing. But amazing, why? Because they already have Indian people over there and they have a major Indian wrestler. Why don't I go start there when there are no Indian guys, talking about AEW, and create history again after reaching there? He also talked about his tryout in 2017. So basically what he said is the reason he went to AEW is because there's already a strong Indian heritage building in WWE. There's none in AEW, really.
Really good reason.
Yeah,
in my mind. Like,
let's go make history.
Fantastic choice to do that.
In terms of why, he talked a bit more about his WWE times. He talked about his tryout in 2017, and he said, I wasn't ready then. I thought basketball was the best thing for me, and I decided to wait a while. In the beginning, my focus was completely on basketball. When I wanted to move out of basketball, I thought wrestling would be the best opportunity because wrestling's very popular in India. That's when I decided to leave basketball. So wrestling was always going to be a secondary thing for him, but as he says, in 2017, when he had that tryout, there's pictures that WWE shared at the time of, look at the size of this guy.
He is a giant.
He's a big boy. But he said, like, he himself knew that he probably wasn't ready to fully commit to the bit.
Yeah.
And now in 2022, he very much is.
He looked a lot better on Rampage than he did on his Dynamite debut.
Yeah, we turned around to him pretty quickly.
I'm sure signing with AEW, it made perfect sense for him. It makes perfect sense for me, his reasoning there. Maybe he's going to be the next big Indian superstar, and then we'll have quite a few, which is great to see. More representation is always a good thing.
If this doesn't bring about the return of Rinka King, nothing will.
Rinka King, the greatest promotion in all of wrestling history.
I want to do a video on Rinka King. I'm fascinated with Rinka King.
Yeah, do it.
It's I know there have been videos out there that have discussed Rinka King. Hi, Marky123. I'll punch you in the neck, mate. But I love the idea of digging in a little bit deeper.
And you had, what was it, Impact Wrestling? You had all their stars go over, and some would say it was the first Forbidden Door. Now, speaking of Forbidden Doors, Tom, a New Japan Pro Wrestling star has teased an AEW Forbidden Door match. Now, I think it was one we spoke about on the news the other day. I think we mentioned it, that if it was going to happen. I think you alluded to it as well.
Yeah, this is cool.
Kenta has tweeted, give me G2S versus GTS. Oh my God, I hope Sam's okay, because this
well, he was meant to be here for news, so I presume he's
sorry, Sam. I'm filling in for you here, but I can appreciate your excitement. This is going to be incredible. If he gets this match with CM Punk, imagine. It's
a good shout. It's a really good shout. Not only did he tweet, give me G2S versus GTS, which has left Sam Driver in a state of priapism. He also followed this up with a picture of, it's the John Wick photo. It's the John Wick poster, with all the guns pointing at John Wick, but CM Punk's face instead.
The magic that those two could do in the ring together. I really hope we get it, and there's a good chance if Punk is going for the AEW Championship at Double or Nothing, which it looks like they could be. It could be CM Punk as AEW World Champ versus Kenta.
Yeah. Now, we'll dig a little deeper into this on the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast today because it is Matthew, Andrew, and me on the podcast
An
today.
Exciting mix.
You know what? It's another. Some would call it the B team. Some would call us innocent men. It's whatever you want to call us.
Innocent men.
We're just innocent men. But later on, I'll tell you a little spoiler. The big question is going to be, what dream matches do we want to see at AEW versus New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door? And we throw out some spicy choices.
Very spicy choices. I'm sure is that one of them? Kenta Punk?
Yeah, of course it is.
It has to be.
Of course it is. We also book in Noki.
Of course. New Japan legend. Stay tuned to Cultaholic.com for all the wrestling news throughout the day. We might have another video later. We'll see. We'll keep you on your toes.
You need an out.
It's just see you later.
Is that all it is?
Just see you later, pal.
See you later, pal.
See you later, pal.
Do it. Okay, so we'll set that up proper. We'll set that up proper. Right. So, right, this is Fraser's first time leading the video. He's done a phenomenal job.
Tom, have you got anything to plug today, just before we round off the video?
Only my love for Fraser Porter.
Thank you, Tom. We'll see you later, pal. Do you know what to say? You love you, bye?
No, this is your bit. It's fine. You got it. See you later, pal.
See you later, pal.